Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and decompress, just talk to y'all for a few minutes about some stuff that's been going on. So yeah, let me just go ahead and jump right into it. So I just found out officially, as of today, that one of my cousins is going through a really dark time. She was pregnant with twins and lost both of them a few weeks ago. And she's very active on social media. And it's to the point where I know she's going to post something. So when I started to not see her post, I was like, okay, is she just resting? I know that she had been like really sick at times. So and she slowed down and, pretty much was just not active in real life. So I was like, okay. So I was just, thinking maybe that's what it was. But then when I started to notice she still wasn't posting, I'm thinking, oh, well, she'll take a couple of days in between. No, like nothing. So I'm like, I did have a fleeting thought of maybe something went wrong with the pregnancy. I don't know. But she was really far along. So I was like, no, she all right. So then she still wasn't posted. So I was like, okay. I don't know what's going on, but, I'm not going to say nothing until, she say something. And so today was the day. And she posted a picture that she put in the caption that, her BFF knew that she was hurting, that her soul was hurting, and that she came and basically kidnapped her to get her away from it all. So I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it didn't click in my mind when she put at the end a blue heart, a broken heart, and then a blue heart, which stands for the twins. I don't know why that didn't. I don't know. I had a moment. I was just like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be realizing something in this moment. I didn't know what it was. So then right after that, she posted a story. So I clicked on it because I very rarely click on people's stories. And so I clicked on it and she had the picture again. And then behind that, it was a quote that came from one of these pregnancy places. And it said something about how she wanted to be the one to have her babies sit in her lap to tell them all about God. And she was like, well, since she can't do it, she told God to sit them in his lap and tell them all about her. So I was like, okay, yeah. So the twins passed away. So I reached out to her and I told her that I was really sorry and that I don't know what to say, and I'm not going to sit up here and pretend to act like I know what to say in a moment like this, because I don't. But I let her know that this is going to be something that is going to be a testimony that someone else coming along is going to need to hear, and that she is going to rise from the ashes and come out of the darkness, because I know that this is a really dark time for her and her husband. And I told her that her and her husband are in my prayers, and I let her know that I love her. So I honestly wasn't expecting her to respond back to me, but within a few minutes she actually did, and she told me thank you, and that she really appreciated my kind and encouraging words and all that. So I just hate that I never know what to say in situations like this, because I'm normally the person who a lot of people turn to when they're going through stuff, because I'm normally like a really, really happy person. And I try to have good energy and good vibes and all of that. And so, like for me, when it comes to kids and death in general, I don't do well with that. And I just don't know what to say. Like, I really sat there for a while trying to figure out what I could say, because I never know what to say in situations like this. And I just hate when people go through stuff like this. And I mean, you know, we've all been taught, a lot of us have been taught rather, that this is a part of God's plan. It is something that is going to make you stronger. And, you know, we're a lot of us are taught these things, but for the people that are going through it, I'm sure that it's hard for them to 100% fully believe it, especially while they're in the midst of it, while they're in the middle of the storm. So I don't know. But I just wanted to ask y'all to please lift my cousin up in prayer. Lift her and her husband up in prayer, because I know that this has to be a devastating blow, which I also said to her, I know this must be devastating for you. And I don't remember if I told y'all about this before or not, but last summer, my friend was pregnant. And this was the first time she'd been pregnant. And she confided in me, and I was the first person outside of the child's father who knew about her being pregnant. And she was like 6 months or 7 months in. And she was literally about to have a baby shower and finally tell everybody that she was pregnant. She had finally told her parents, like just told her parents. And I would text her literally every single day and ask her, how is she and the baby doing? And then one day, I had just asked her, how is she doing? She said that her and the baby were fine. Then the next day, before I could text her, she texted me and told me that she was in the hospital and that they were going to take the baby. And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't even process it. So, I mean, I was at work. Like, by the time I found this out, it was like 10 a.m., a couple of hours into my shift. And I was like, do you need me to come to the hospital? Because what hospital are you in? Like, I will come to you. And like, she would not tell me, because it's like, people know how I get. Like, I do not care. Forget this job. You are important. I don't have time. So she wouldn't tell me the hospital she was in. She just told me that her mother just got there, that her boyfriend was there, and that, you know, she would be okay. And I was like, all right. And so I kept checking on her, and she finally updated me on everything. And basically, she was in denial, and she was in that phase of the grieving process. Because when I would talk to her, you know what I'm saying, since we weren't on the phone, thank God, because I didn't know I would take it the way that I took it. I knew I would be sad, but I was so hurt. Like, y'all understand, I was depressed. She was depressed. It's like we were going through it together, and I was just like, I don't even know what to do. So, y'all, I was so depressed. I was so depressed. Y'all would have thought it was happening to me. I had never taken a baby's death like that in my entire life. I don't know what it was. I think it's because she confided in me, and because of the way that I, you know, was so protected of her, and how much how much energy I gave to her and her pregnancy. Oh no, I think that had a lot to do with it. But to make a long story short, she was already depressed before she got pregnant. So when she got pregnant, she thought it was finally a sign that all the love that she gives to all her nieces and nephews and other people's children, that she can give some of that love, a lot of that love, to her own child. And she bonded with the baby, and she sent me a picture finally, because I've been begging her for a picture, because again, all of this happened when COVID hit, so we weren't around each other. She finally sent me a picture. I still have it saved in my phone. She was so cute pregnant, y'all. She is dark skinned, gorgeous, like, and she doesn't even see it. That's another thing that always hurts me when it comes to her, because she does not even see the beauty in herself. She is gorgeous. Oh Lord, if she could sing. Y'all just don't understand. But anyway, so she's very, very depressed, and the way that I am supposed to be the one saying certain things to her, it's like she was saying these things to me. She was like, "Oh, God has a plan," da, 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 da. And I'm like, you just lost a baby. And I could tell she was in denial, but I know her personality, and I know that I can't just be like, okay, snap out of it. I know how you really feel. Stop acting like you ain't feeling this type of way. Like, I can't do that. But she's still really, really depressed. She lost a baby in fall. And yeah. She's still grieving, obviously. She's very, very depressed. She's had a lot of great things to happen to her since she has lost the baby, but I feel like she still has not properly grieved the loss of her child. So it's just a lot. So it's like I keep my distance, because she's kind of like me. Like, I process things in a way where I just like be off by myself. Leave me alone. You can peek in every night. You all right? Oh, okay. Like, I'm good like that. And that's kind of how she is. So I peek in on her and all of that. And when she responds, and when she doesn't, I understand. But I know she's alive. I know she's all right. So lift my friend up in prayer as well, y'all. She's still grieving really, really heavily. She's in her early 20s. And my cousin, she's in her 30s like me. She's a couple of years younger than me. So I already knew that, she was going to have somewhat of a harder pregnancy, especially since she was carrying twins. But she had, sat that, like, she wasn't doing anything. That's why I was just like, what in the world? But anyway, y'all, just keep my cousin and my friend lifted up in prayer, because they both need it. Anyway, thank y'all for listening to me. I hope y'all are having a wonderful one. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.